Well, hey there, Lusketiers, and welcome back to the podcast. My name's Levi.
Back, and I'm Jennie, and we're your hosts today.
And we are so glad we have an amazing episode today.
Amazing.
I'm still brushing snow off. It is an October snowstorm.
Snorestorm.
Do I have some over here,
Yeah,
too?
you have some over here.
It's not dandruff for those watching video. We have Josiah Queen on the podcast today. Wow, it's a big deal.
What a guy.
What a guy. He's amazing. This conversation is amazing. We're also so excited that Josiah Queen is coming to Movement Conference. Since we recorded this conversation with him, we locked him in to come.
We got him.
We got him in the bag, baby, and we are so excited. His music, his heart, his wife Trinity, they're just fantastic.
They're oh my gosh, I'm so excited to have them. They're gonna make Movement even better.
Yeah. If you haven't listened to Mount Zion, what are you waiting for?
Do it now.
These songs, this music, I feel like it's on in our home all the time.
It's on in our home all the time. When we had the conversation with him, it hadn't been released yet. We hadn't heard it. So we're speaking now from it being part of our family music.
Of them. We had heard Dusty Bibles.
Well, that's true. There were some that had
the
been
Brandon
released.
Lake one. That one was out.
Can't Steal My Joy.
Can't Steal My Joy. That was a banger.
I think that's my favorite right now.
How about that line? We've got dust on our Bibles and brand new iPhones, and we wonder why we feel this way. Whew. It's so good.
It's good.
Well, you're going to want to listen to it. And if you haven't yet got your youth group, family group, you and your teenage daughter or son signed up to come, go to movement26.com. That's movement26.com.
Is it MVMNT?
Or MOVE. We own them both. We're just getting greedy with the URLs.
I've been working so hard to spell out MVMNT 26, and I didn't realize you could just put in movement.
Look, it just all depends on how you feel about vowels, Jennie. You like them, you don't like them, we got a way for you. But yeah, come out to Movement Conference. It is the end of July, first couple days of August. It's a chance to camp, to enjoy Bible teaching worship under the big Montana sky, and then to experience quality time with the teenagers that God has entrusted to you.
I love that.
Yours or your youth groups. We got groups from around the country coming out. It's exciting, and we would love to have you come. So get signed up today. You could literally watch Josiah Queen lead worship for the first time ever. He's never been to Montana, but he's so excited.
He is so excited.
He talks in the episode about how excited he is to get to Glacier.
Yeah.
He's a big mountain national park kind of guy. So, okay. Well, one thing we want to mention, we had a glitch once we finished with the recording process where we found out we lost 22 minutes of Josiah's video. So if you're watching, some of you are listening right now, you would never have known the difference. But if you are watching on YouTube, Access More, Spotify, you're going to see us now. Then it's going to go to just a waveform for 22 minutes where you're going to get just see our audio. Then 22 minutes in, you're going to see that Hollywood smile. I tell him he kind of reminds me of young John Mayer. So if you make it to the end, you'll see him come in. That's because
it's like a little surprise.
It's a little joy. So with that said, I just got to mention how much I love this season that we're in as a church community, praying. We have these worship nights, which as we're recording this, tomorrow, as this is out tomorrow, we have Martin Smith coming for a worship. It's just, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It's good times.
My heart's on fire.
Yeah. So if you haven't been with us, our church, Fresh Life, we're in days of prayer, and then we're having these nights of worship. It's not too late if you wanted to book a flight we have 2 more, one tomorrow, then one next Thursday. Just a chance to pray, to seek God, to get on our knees. There's nothing quite like that. So it's been very exciting. As we preach through the prayer, Jabez, best of both worlds, God teaching you a lot?
So much. I feel like this has been such a rally cry to rally our hearts individually. God's rallying his church globally, but just for us to be able to walk in all that he has for us and really getting the best out of both worlds has been amazing.
Well, I love that. And God bless each of you. Thanks for listening. Enjoy this conversation. Awesome. Well, Josiah Queen, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me.
It's an honor to get to meet you and get a chat today, get to know you a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I was looking forward to it, so I'm glad we can make it work out.
Yeah,
I
honestly.
see a palm tree waving in the background. So
Oh yeah, yes.
Are you
I don't
home?
officially. I am, and we just moved recently, so like I actually am not at a desk. I'm on my wife's what is it, nightstand? The computer's on my wife's nightstand on my wife's computer. I don't even know where my computer is, so we figured it out.
Oh my
Yeah, so it's on
gosh.
the nightstand. I'm sitting on like this little bench that was in front of our bed. So
The-
we're making, this is my office now.
It's the rickety setups we have to make do in the mix.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So you guys are still unpacking, or is it all done? Is it out behind you?
Yeah. Well, so it took a little bit to like close on the house, and then it ended up that we closed literally the day before we went on the Summer Worship Nights tour. So we closed and we're like, okay, we stayed one night, slept on a bed on the floor. That was all we had. And then we went out the next day. So we're like finally home. So we're like slowly like building stuff and doing all of that. So yeah,
That's so real. That's so real.
Yeah.
Like the real life of what we get to do, what God's called us to, but just we're going to have one night in our home and then we're going to go. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, bro, congrats on the Summer Worship Nights tour.
Yeah.
That I mean, we were trucking along, following along, that we watched a lot of the LA one. Just that must have been so much fun.
Awesome. Yeah, it was a blast. It was just like, I mean, Phil specifically, I like looked up to a lot growing up. Like as a musician, I just loved his music. So just to be able to go out, and obviously Brandon, he's amazing. But going out with those two are just, it was like a dream come true. So it was a lot of, and their whole team was awesome. And it was a great time. But also glad to be home at the same time. So
Totally.
Nothing
Totally.
like that.
Yeah, we get that.
We were originally told you were going to be out on the Summer Worship Nights cruise, and we were super excited when we heard you were a part of it. And then when we got there, it was like, "Where's Josiah Queen?" And they were like, it didn't end up working out. So I don't know what happened there, but we missed you on the boat.
Yeah, I think I flew in on the last couple days of it. Did you fly? You might have flown out.
No, so our daughters, our oldest and second oldest, they came and saw you the night that he was there.
Oh, you were
really?
there. You did come?
Yeah. I played on like the last night.
Yeah.
Dang it. And I was only in mornings, and you didn't get put on a morning thing.
Yeah.
So, okay.
No. Okay, so that makes sense.
So we were like ships in the night, as they say.
Yes, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because I knew Brandon and Phil. It was the same thing. They flew out the time, like literally as I flew in. They probably took the plane out that I took in. So
that's hilarious. Your seat was warm. Their seat was warm.
I warmed it up for them, and it honestly was the sketchiest flight of my life. I'm just glad I made it there. There was a dude on the flight, no joke. He was next to me. He took a phone call right next to me on the plane. Like he was just talking to the flight attendants. They were just cool with it. I'm like, I did not think you were allowed to take normally I feel like,
my gosh.
Yeah, it was cool. It was like a little puddle jumper. Yeah, it was a fun time.
Now, had you been on a cruise before? Was that your first experience?
Yeah, I live in Florida, so that's kind of like, it just was easy growing up. Yeah, we went on we've probably been on that ship, me and my brother and my family. We've probably been on that ship growing up before out of Port Canaveral. So I've done a couple. So I wasn't like completely sideswiped when when we were playing the set and like everything was shaking. It was that was a little trippy. It was like everything was like swaying while you're playing, but
you're like moving across the stage and you just find yourself, well, here we go.
Yeah. Luckily it wasn't too bad. Me and my wife, when we got married, I guess it's been 3 years now, but when we got married, we went on a Disney cruise, and it was right after, like a couple weeks after a hurricane came through Florida. And so, I mean, like it was the worst rocking I have ever seen in my entire life. Like it was like you were like stumbling everywhere all the time. And we had to take like whatever the medicine to like not throw up.
Dramamine.
Yeah, Dramamine. Yeah. So we took that. We were like living off that, but we were having a good time. It's just like I had that experience. So like I can never complain about a cruise, shakiness ever again after that. So.
Oh my god,
that stuff makes you so sleepy though. So then you're like,
it is.
Like I'm just napping all the time.
That would make honestly that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense why I took like 3 naps a day. We were like, man, we're on vacation. That would make a lot of sense. I didn't know it made you tired.
Yeah, when I was a kid, and this is like child of the 80s stuff, if we were on road trips, my mom was like, we are not tolerating this bad behavior in the car. So she would drug us. She would just give us all Dramamine and we'd sleep the whole drive. It worked great, but it's like she was roofing us, for the drives. But that was like a drive to Michigan. So she was kind of putting us out of our misery a little bit.
Yeah. She's helping y'all out. She's helping y'all out.
So you born and raised in Florida?
Yeah, born and raised. I live in a city called Newport Richey, Florida. It's like 30 minutes north of like St. Pete, Clearwater Beach, Florida. So like on the Gulf side. Yeah, born and raised. So.
And do you love it? Like, are you like Florida ride or die or what?
Dude, I do love it very much. Yeah, and my wife, she's from Iowa, so she like is used to like 6 months out of the year it being kind of like drought, like cloudy and cold and like negative temperatures, and so she probably even likes the weather, and all that. Even, I mean, it's really hot right around now.
Yeah.
But you know, I'll take it. I think it's the weather, like just the blue skies and having kind of like, you know, that all year long. That's the thing that I really enjoy about it. But yeah. And then also I got like my boating license. So that's been the new hobby, going on the boat. So fishing and stuff. So yeah, I love Florida, but y'all live in Montana. Is that where y'all live?
Yes.
Dude, I want to go, me and Trinity, we want to go to all the national parks. And our next one we want to go to is Glacier. I don't know how far y'all.
Gosh.
We can easily do that. No, we live 30 minutes from Glacier. I mean, right there.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really? What city do you live in?
Whitefish and
okay.
The Kalispell Whitefish area. That's our airport's Kalispell, but it's called Glacier Park Airport.
Really?
Literally, that's the name of the airport. And I mean, you want to go to Glacier anytime you want, name it. We'll get out there. It's
okay.
Phil's actually coming out next week, and we'll get out there and hike and all the stuff.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's like a dream one. I like, we've done the Yosemite, Zion, but like Glacier, I had on the top of the list. So yeah.
Okay, so Yosemite you've been to. Jennie's been to that one.
When I was little, that's where I grew up.
Yeah.
Did you see El Cap and do all that stuff?
Oh yeah, that's my favorite one. I've gone there like 2 or 3 times. I remember going when I was like 12, and I was like, that's when I first got into like rock climbing and too. So it was just like, I don't know. I was just like, this is the best place in the world. So I've gone a couple times since then. We just went this last week to Sequoia National Park. Saw the big trees.
Saw the redwoods.
Yeah. We stopped in Fresno. So it was like an hour and a half drive.
Yeah.
I've gone to Zion, and that one's my second favorite. Yeah, so we're slowly, and then for our 2-year, me and Trinity, we went to Yellowstone and what's the other one? The Grand Tetons.
Oh yeah.
So we're trying to, we're hitting them, but yeah, I would say my favorite's Yosemite for sure.
You guys are well on your way.
Yeah,
you guys have already done so many.
For 2 years of marriage, you guys are racking and stacking them, bro.
Oh yeah, she hasn't gone to Zion. I did that before we got married with my family on a family vacation, but we did. Never mind. We did. We recently went there because I have an album coming out called Mount Zion. So we flew out to Zion to shoot a bunch of content, like music video and stuff there. So
that's
she
awesome.
did get to go. So yeah, we're knocking them out. You know, we want to, you got to do it. So.
And do you guys hike? What do you guys like to do? I mean, you said you rock climb.
Yeah, I used to rock climb a lot more, which is funny. In Florida, we don't have any rocks, so it'd be at the gyms. But mostly just hiking. Like to see like a waterfall, or just like, I don't know. But yeah, mostly just hiking. The last trip we went on, we rented on Zion. We rented e-bikes, but we do bicycles most of the time, like rent bicycles and just kind of going like biking trails or something like that. So yeah, just anything we can do outside, really, just kind of like stay outside and and a thing. We're not like rugged. We don't like to go and camp, like as long as there's like a Thai place like 30 minutes away and sushi, like we'll get that, and then like staying in Airbnb. So we're not like backpack for 10 nights or whatever. It's
not yet anyways.
Yeah, I don't know if Trinity would be up for that too much.
She's got the bougie glamping in her mind. But no, it's kind of a best of both worlds. You can kind of parachute in, do all that.
Yeah, you do the fun. Yeah, you go and do the rugged stuff, and then like go in a hot tub and eat sushi.
I feel like nowadays there are so many options like that where you can actually have a really great experience and be camping, but full on glamping. Like it's really cool the things that you can find they offer, so you don't have to be all
When you
rugged.
Went to Teton, did you eat at Teton Tiger?
We didn't. We stayed in Idaho. So we went right before I don't know if you remember, but they had like a road collapse over there.
Oh yeah. Well, in Yellowstone. In Yellowstone. Yeah.
Yeah, so that road connected where our Airbnb was to the Tetons, and it was only like a 30-minute drive. But then because it collapsed, our drive was like 2.5 hours. So we only went like once to the Tetons, and then we flew into there, went there for the day, and then we came back right before we flew out. So we spent more time in Yellowstone. But we stayed in Driggs, Idaho. I don't know if you know where that is.
Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that's like a big city. I don't out there, but it was cool. Yeah, they had like a good Thai place, a pizza. The pizza, dude, there was like a brick fire pizza or whatever, or brick oven pizza. Oh yeah,
that was the stuff.
Yeah, man, it was fire. So
yeah,
yeah, it was good.
Did you see Old Faithful?
I did. We did. We sat there. We were didn't realize that it's like actually like timed, or like people knew when it was going to happen.
There's a timer right there cutting down.
Yeah. And, well, we just sat there and we had our phones out for about 20 minutes videoing it. Just like, oh, I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. And there was nobody else around us. And we're like, I don't know. And
Where is everybody?
And I'm like telling him, like, you would think there's thousands of people walking around. You would think that they would be sitting here waiting for it. And we overheard somebody being like, yeah, it's not going to go for another like 15 minutes or something. We're like, oh, okay. So like they have this like, they got it timed out, you know? So we kind of looked stupid then. But yeah, we did see it. We saw like I don't know, like those water that's all different colors from like the bacteria or something like that.
Yeah, and the sulfur smelling water smells like hell.
Yeah, it smells
bad.
It smells
bad
like farts. Yeah,
the Bible says hell smells like sulfur. So you think like that's not good.
Ooh.
Yeah. So yeah, it was I like that. Some people really, that was those two things. I like just seeing the wildlife. Like we saw like a bear and we saw like the buffalo. I almost died, dude, bro. So we were in Yellowstone, bad traffic because there was a buffalo herd going on the road, and we were like literally stuck behind it following these buffalo, and they were like surrounding our cars. It was actually kind of sick. But then after like a couple hours, I had to go to the bathroom. And so I get out. I'm like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get out of the car, go to the bathroom. You hop in the driver's seat, and then we'll like meet up. And so I go and do that. But I took the key for the fob key for the rental car.
Oh no.
And so she stayed back, and we had no phone connection. So I'm like, oh my gosh, she's way down here. So I run like a mile
the wrong direction.
And then after like an hour, I'm like, where is she? I don't know why I kept going. And then people are like, your wife's back there. So I ran a mile uphill, and the state rangers came out. And then as I'm walking up, it's like on a cliff, and there's like legit like 12 buffalo like on the road coming at me. And I'm like, I'm going to die. Like I literally was like, Lord, is this how I'm going to die?
What a way to go, though, right?
It would be sick.
Yeah.
That would be a way of doing it. Definitely.
It's like, what happened? Well, there's a stampede, like Mufasa, and the buffalo drove me over the cliff. Is what it is.
Yeah, like when you get to heaven, like how'd you die? You don't want it to just, like that'd be a good story to tell them, So, but yeah, I was just like, God, am I gonna die? And no joke, I was like, God, please help me. Like I'm like super scared. And literally they like made like a path, and I just ran through the buffaloes. And then I hopped in the car in Trinity. Of course, she thought I was dead, but I wasn't. And,
poor thing.
And then like the ranger was like, do you feel safe with him? Did he deserve it? Whatever.
That's
all
not
this stuff.
true. That's not true.
No.
They said blink twice if you're here.
No, literally with me there, they were like, they pulled her aside and had to do this whole, I don't know, they probably have a process, but that was like the worst part. I was like, dang, I feel terrible. I ditched her, and now we're having to they have to make sure that I'm like safe to be around. So we actually left the park, and we're like, we're going to give it another 2 days. And so we just hung out, and then we went back. Yeah. So that's my Yellowstone story.
Wow.
And so we got the full experience, full experience. So.
Well, Yellowstone's amazing. Your experience notwithstanding. Obviously, being around a buffalo or a bison is amazing. The explosion of the hot water, which you know what causes that, right?
Tell me.
We live right where we are at this moment on one of the largest volcanoes on Earth that's active. And if you need any proof that it's active, just know every once in a while it shoots out boiling water hundreds of feet into the air.
That's fine.
And it is not if, but when the supervolcano we live on top of blows, that it will likely blow like 3 states off the map.
Do they have like an estimate on when that's going to happen?
I mean, it could be 20 minutes from now, or it could be in 200,000 years. That's the thing. And like, there's no But if you look at the projections, like the toll, it'll take off part of Canada, most of Wyoming, most of Montana. I mean, when you read in the book of Revelation about like a third of the world is wiped out in one moment, you're like, yeah, 5 supervolcanoes just pop when the mark of the beast rolls out and we're toast. So
yeah, that's it. That's all you need. I didn't know that. And that would make me very uneasy living in Montana.
Or even being there, standing there. When it goes, I was like, yeah, that's exciting, but kind of not. You know what I mean? Like, what if it just decides to turn on us?
But what's crazy is that like the Old Faithful is timed. Like, okay, in 15 minutes, this is going to go off. But the super volcano could be 20 minutes or 200,000 years. Like, that is crazy to me. That's not timed.
Yeah, look into it. Research the supervolcano if you need like a deep, dark scroll one night, They say, yeah, right. The internet. Will it blow soon? Who knows? They say it blew last 640,000 years ago. Like, I love that it's just that precise. Well, yes. Well, of course, we know this is going to happen.
Yeah. See, I feel like I was reading, I picked up on vacation one of your books, and I was reading it with Trinity. And one of the main things I got about you is that you seem like you know a lot of facts about random things.
Oh, yes.
The less helpful, the better. You know what I mean? Like why would anybody know that? We don't want you to know that.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah, keep telling me about how half the population's going to die here at any time.
During the book of Revelation.
No, the best though, Josiah, is that about Levi's brain is that he knows all these things, but he knows like in a conversation, it's like they're perfectly filed in his brain where he can just like beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, click it.
That's what my brain sounds
like.
And
then
beep,
say
boop,
like
beep, boop,
in a
beep.
conversation when people are just going back and forth, he can say the most incredible facts that actually have to do with the things we're talking about.
Meanwhile, everyone's thought bubble says, do I need to know this? Why do I? I don't think so.
Well, because that's how you structured at least the book. This is the first book I've read of yours, but it was The Last Supper on the Moon. And like you start every chapter with some random fact about space or something. You're like, okay, where, and it's not like I'm mentioning it. It's like 5 pages of explaining it, and you're like, okay, where are we going? Where are we going? And then it relates. You're like, okay, now I get it.
Totally.
And it's like, yeah. So
I apologize. That was how I spent the pandemic, Josiah. That was that.
No, I love it, but I think it's great. Like, honestly, like I love that type of stuff. Like I like growing up, I would like read. They had like fact apps and like those books, and I just loved reading them. So like it was cool. It was like you're learning history, but at the same time, you're like seeing how it relates to Jesus. So it was cool. I liked it.
Yeah,
it
it's incredible.
Well, back to your point, you are a wordsmith. You can tell. Yeah. You can tell the way you like to string pictures together and words and breathe fresh life into Bible stories that are known. I mean, who has a song putting us into the first person shooter on Barabbas? You know what I mean? Like that is
so good.
Oh man, I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, like, I grew up like loving like I don't know. We only listened to worship music growing up, but my mom occasionally would put on like country music that like told stories. I just loved I was like, that's so sick that you could tell like stories in a song. I feel like that's so cool. So yeah, that was Am Barabbas is like probably one of my favorite songs just because it was like, I don't know. I definitely can't take like full credit for that because I just feel like that it was like one of those moments where that God really kind of like, I don't know how it is when you're writing books or when you guys are like writing and stuff, but like I feel like a lot of the best songs come in like 10 minutes. Like they'll just like come out of nowhere. And so that song came out. But yeah, how did
that hit you? Were you reading the Bible in the book of John or something? Like where did it?
I honestly like don't even think I was really like reading. I had this one thing. I was like, man, I really want to write a story, like a song that like really refers to something in like the Bible. I didn't really know what that meant. Just like, and no, I was just like chilling. It was the day I proposed to Trinity. Actually, we were in Georgia. My whole family was there, and I just had my guitar. I was sitting outside, and I just remember, I was just saying like I was starting to sing like something like I'm the guy next dying next to you on the cross, and that like I don't know where I was going, and then I just said I am Barabbas, and that like literally just that one word, just saying that, I was like, oh my gosh, like it hit me, and It was just like I was like learning as I was writing. I'm like, it just I don't know, like it was a very unique experience with writing songs, and I have so many like stories with songs just because I live with them for so long. But that was just one of the songs where I was like, Yeah, I mean, like I heard that story a million times. I knew about Barabbas, and I wasn't specifically like reading it, but I just I think it just kind of came out. And I think that's one thing I found with writing music, and maybe this is how it is with speaking too. But like you're like, you don't only read your Bible to write music, you know what I mean? Or to preach. You read your Bible and you do it. And I've done it every single day growing up, like just like always just doing it out of like habit and just, and then like that word is in you. And so when you have your guitar, you're not sitting there with a Bible open trying to read it, like it just comes out. And so that's kind of one of the circumstances. And so then I actually released a song after that, from the perspective of like the boy who gave his fishes and loaves. And that song was just, I wrote that based out of me. Like I had this cool guitar riff and I was like stuck on it for days, just loved it. And I just remember like, it was kind of like when me and Trinity first just got married, and I was like working as like a janitor at my church. And so just kind of like was struggling with giving everything to Jesus. And and so that song kind of just came out through that. It was just like, I'm feeling like I don't have enough. Like I only have these songs. I don't have enough money to pay the bills. Like where I'm getting married, I don't know what that means. I have to be a husband. I have to provide. And that was something that stressed me out so much, was that I had to like provide money and I had like not very much. And so, I mean, that song kind of came out of that, like from that. So really just my songs a lot of times are just reading God's word and how they've like ministered to me. And then just like, I guess, finding a way to like put that out there in a way that's like somebody can from the beginning to end kind of see that journey that I went through in wrestling with certain things. So
It's beautiful. Wow.
You and Jennie have that in common. Jennie worked as a janitor at her church in high school as well.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I feel like you guys could compare notes on like mopping techniques.
Or how many chairs. It was like how many chairs you could stack. That's the hard thing.
Before they start tilting and falling over.
They fall backwards. I'm challenged in my height. I don't know I'm short. I'm like 5'7", so like getting a stack of chairs that high too. Yeah, you have to get real creative. You know what I mean? But,
totally. How old are you when you started working? Was that your first job?
Yeah, I worked at the church for a little bit, and then I got a second job working at a car wash. And my cousin worked there. So we worked at a car wash. And then I went back and worked at the church after that. So it was like my first and my third job.
First and third. What was your job at the car wash?
It was like a lot of the day just like sitting there doing this. You know what I mean? Like in front of the tunnel. The cars come in, you're like, stop. Neutral. You point at the sign. Okay, foot off the brake. And then you would like scrub it down. Thumbs up. And you do that for hours. Or like the trash, you would take the trash out. Yeah. So that wasn't fun. That was my least favorite job.
Probably
that
like so loud all the time too.
Oh yeah, you would. Yeah. And then, I don't know. They just like sometimes like they would be like, yeah, you can wear AirPods because you're not like talking to anybody. And then sometimes they're like, nah, you can't. And so my favorite times where I can use AirPods but sometimes you just sit there and it's like not silence, but it's like white noise. And you have to just sit there with your thoughts for hours and So honestly, it probably was good for me. Like just like not doing anything for a couple hours. Cause I feel like it's very hard to find time to just sit, kind of just like your brain not be busy or something like that. So I don't know. It was probably good for me. But that wasn't my least favorite job. I say janitor, but like I mean, when you work at a church, it's like, you're not just one thing. So like I would sweep and I would clean the chairs and stack the chairs and set up for youth and but also like I would teach on Sunday to kids church, or you would help schedule people here and there for worship or make a set. You know what I mean? You just did a bunch of, you do a lot of different jobs when, at least my position at the church, it was kind of like just doing whatever.
Whatever is needed.
Whatever was needed. Yep.
Like a paid internship, kind of.
Yeah.
Was it the same church that you grew up in, that you worked at?
Yeah. Yep. It's the same church that I grew up in. And I still go to now. My dad is like the associate pastor, and my mom is my mom's the kids church pastor. So she's over like we have a preschool, and then she's over also the like kindergarten through 5th grade. And so my dad was my youth pastor, and then my cousin just took over as the youth pastor. So yeah, but same church that I grew up in. I love it. I loved going to church as a kid. I have so many good like memories. Just begging my parents to go with them at like 6 a.m. on Sunday, and so I don't know. I
That's
just
hilarious. That's our kids.
yeah. Oh, I loved it, and I still do. With being on the road, honestly, that's the thing I miss the most. It's just like, I mean, with the summer worship nights, we're playing every Sunday for a month, so I don't go to church for a month. So it's one thing I definitely miss, but that community has just been so like, even now, like that community is just like always there. Even if I'm not there, I know that the community is there for me. And so, yeah, I love my church. I mean, I know church is perfect, but yeah, I love them. So.
You know what they say,
so
if you ever find
special.
one that's perfect, don't join it because you'll break it.
I've never heard that one.
That's a good. If you need any more dad jokes, bro, I'm full of them.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a dad and a pastor, so I've got like the crossover.
Oh, the dad pastor jokes.
I was going to ask you, did Brandon and Phil's guy get you out in the gym while you guys were out? They travel with this punishment, living, breathing punishment right now.
No, they did. You know, one day they did invite me. I have a Planet Fitness membership. So that's normally what I do. So me and my brother will Uber to a Planet Fitness, and then we'll like shower, because the showers a lot of times in those arenas are
rough.
And so, but it was when we were playing Hershey. They
Pennsylvania,
were like,
that was the one with like 30,000 people, right?
It was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. And they were like, hey, we're about to work out with our trainer. And I was like, I just had an Uber pulling in. I was like, I can't.
Sorry, guys.
Well, I heard later what they were doing is they were like boxing each other or something like that outside. A couple of my, like, not like, I don't know, like probably like sparring or something.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, that would have been fun, you know, just taking a couple swings at Phil, a couple swings at Brandon, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But
Brandon's tall though. You have to really get on the step stool. Man.
He is. But honestly, bro, I was like, dang, Phil, bro, he's got muscles too, bro.
Yeah.
They're both jacked. Yeah. And I mean, Phil's always been an incredible runner. I mean, literally has broken the 6-minute mile. Brandon's always, had farm muscles, and, he's just strong as well. But lately, this guy in particular is like shredding them and working them. Like I've never recently come so close to puking working out. I mean, we were doing these burpee finishers, cycles, like he'll get you on the assault bike. It's all just like, you just feel that wash of wooziness come over you.
Bad.
Oh no. Yeah. I need to get, I just telling Trinity, I want to get an at-home gym. So I'm going to get there. I did a cold plunge. I did go to like some
guy. Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah. I've never done it. It was my first time on this last tour. And I guess it wasn't a real cold plunge because they said it was like in the 40s. I guess people.
That's plenty cold.
That is very cold.
Okay. Yeah. And then I did the spa or sauna. Yep. I've never done that. So I don't know. Do you think like the cold plunge actually like, do you think it works?
100%.
Hey, are you ready to listen to the spiel? Because he believes in it.
We believe in it. I'm about to take Josiah Queen to church.
Yeah. I'll receive it. I need to hear it. Like I want a reason, because they always are like, you're getting a cold plunge. And I'm like, okay, why?
Why?
Like tell me why before I punish myself that
Well,
bad.
I mean, think about it this way. If you sprain your ankle, what's the first thing the doctor says to do?
Put ice on it.
Ice, because it de-inflames. It's anti-inflammatory. Ice takes away, because things when they're hot expand, and when they're cold they contract. Inflammation is the number one factor in all human death. Okay, so cancer, heart disease, strokes, all these things involve inflammation. Inflammation's like a poison. It keeps blood from healing your cycle, your cells, all the things. So ice is going to get rid of inflammation. So that right there in and of itself is a positive benefit. You're going to feel less sore. You're going to feel less achy. You're going to feel anything where there's tension or, whatever, flying, writing, tour bus, all this stuff. So just the aches and pains of it's going to go away from that. Secondarily, you have insomnia. It helps reset your sleep cycle, so you'll sleep better afterwards. It also is going to help with anxiety. It's going to also just help you with mental toughness, because you're going to have to shut off the fight or flight and do something hard. And then lastly, it helps your body convert long-term storage fat to fat that can be readily burned as fuel. So your body's really good at keeping itself alive. So it's what belly fat, glute fat in the long-term storage is there. So if you're ever in a survival situation, your body can convert that to fuel. So cold water signals your brain to convert some of that long-term storage fat to easier burn fat.
So do you do it after a workout then?
There's no wrong way to do it. I would not usually start a workout with it, but you can. You could do that. In fact, they say not going in the sauna or hot tub, but going straight into a workout and having to warm yourself with your own blood, you're actually going to burn more calories.
Okay.
That's just punishing.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard some people say, oh, you go before, and then some people be like after. I feel like it would make sense as far as like the swelling thing to go after.
Yeah.
And also like I don't want to work out like soaked and freezing. So yeah.
True.
It's fun though, man. And it gets addicting. And it's what I like about it is the social aspect of it. So if you and Trinity come over and we all go in the hot tub and then we're all cheering each other on in the cold. And then ours, you can go head to head. So there's room for two. So you're able to go together and like, you don't want to be the weak one. It's like, no, we're not leaving till 3 minutes. And then you're in the sauna laughing and like
it's so
the excitement
fun.
Of it,
Because everyone reacts differently to it also.
You want to see who someone really is, plunk them down in some cold water. You find out what's really going on.
Dude, the fight or flight thing, dude. Okay. I'm glad to know that was natural because first time I'm sitting there and I literally, my brain was telling myself, you're going to die.
Yes.
Like, don't do this. You will die. And I've never experienced, I was like, oh my gosh, like what? And I had to be like, no. And I had to go in, you know what I mean? And just like ignore the part of my brain that's like, don't do this. Don't do it. And then,
First time Phil got in ours, he goes, I can't do this. I can't do this. I got, and I'm like, bro, you just got to talk him through it. Breathe. And then eventually you're like, okay, I got this. And I think what's neat about that to me is willpower is transferable. So if you exercise it in one area, you can use it in another area. So like if I have a really hard day or a meeting I don't want to do or a writing deadline or whatever it is I'm dreading, I'll always cold plunge that day because once I do that hard thing, then I'm like, well, I can do this hard thing.
That is what's been helpful for me is, okay, I can do that because I did this.
And the kids get in, like watching my 8-year-old son just rock down in some like 40-degree water and be like, I'm just so super. Like, that's my guy right there, man.
Yeah. That's
Where
the most
did you do that when you did it?
In Austin, Texas. It was at this. His name is Nick Bear. I think his name is Nick. He has like this like big fitness company, and my manager was a big fan of his stuff, and so they invited us to come check out their like facility that they have for like their athletes and their employees, and it was sick. I mean, it was the nicest gym I've ever been in my life. I was like, I normally do the YMCA at home, so yeah, I'm like, man, I gotta get a gym at my house. Like, I think it'd be sick.
Do you know what you want to do? Like, what sort of gym? Like free weights or machines?
Yeah, I want to do. I want to do free weights. Like I don't want to do like, I wanted to have each of the dumbbells in a different size. Like I don't want to do like the
flexi one where you change the knob.
I want to have a bench and I want to do like I saw this one where I had like the cables and the bench. So you can kind of do that. So like I want to do free weights on the bench, but then also be able to do like fly cables or like pull downs or like rows or there was this one that had like all of it. So I was like, that could be that. I was thinking doing that, then like having like a bunch of the dumbbells with like a bench and like maybe that being the setup to start, and then like a cold plunge, something simple like that. So
no, that's awesome, and you can always start with one thing. Like we literally started with these.
So the ones you're talking about, the Bowflex weights that you spin the knob to change the weights. That's someone gifted me those in 2013. So there was like I put those in a spare room. And every year we've added something to the gym. Now it's been 12 years, so it's been built up. Mirrors helped a lot. When I added mirrors, that helped it because then you feel in your brain, I'm more in a gym because every time you're in a gym, there's mirrors and you can check your form and all that.
Yeah.
If I had to do it all over again though, now, because I have now the squat rack and the cable machine and boxing bag and speed bag. And like I've gone kind of the whole thing
all in, yeah.
But now with computers and AI and technology, magnetic technology, there's this thing called tonal, and I'm not sponsored by them. I don't even have one, but you've probably seen them in hotels and stuff where it's like a TV that has these arms that can go low for deadlift, it can go high for cable pulls. It has a bench.
Really?
And if you combine that with some free weights, like you'd have a pretty legit setup and it doesn't take up too much room.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I need to check that out. I have seen. I think I've seen. Know what you're talking about. Yeah, that'd be sick. Yeah. I don't want to put like, I don't know. My only thing about getting like the all-in-one thing that I was thinking about is just that it's such a compact cage, and I just don't. I don't know. Like everything feels so. Yeah. I'll check it out.
It's
Yeah,
cool.
tonal.
But Levi got these really cool weights.
TONAL, because what I didn't think I was going to like it, but it's magnetic, so it doesn't take up all the weight room because it's like it can just adjust how much the magnet pulls. And Tim Ferriss, who is another podcaster, he talked about how his lifts all got stronger because it's not just one way on or off. It can adjust the weight as you're doing it. If it notices you're failing, it can just lower the weight. It's called spotter mode. That's sick. Where like if you failed on a regular weight, it's just nothing. But it can go, okay, you're not going to make it, but we can lower it so you're going to get more workout than you would if it just was failure. So it was interesting. Check it out. I would say they even have stores, I think, where you can go see them. Then you could kind of say, like, do I want this? Do I like it? But when I added the free weights from Nike, and again, I'm not endorsed by Nike. I'm going to mention all these names.
That'd be sick, though.
But I'm not opposed. If anyone from Nike is listening.
Yeah, that would be so sick.
I got these weights that they have, like you said, everyone's different. So I have 5 to, whatever it is. But they're made out of recycled Nike shoes. So the color of them is really cool.
So cool looking.
And
dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. I was like, dude, like I want these. They're like gray. Are you talking about the gray?
The gray ones. That's what we have, yeah.
Dude, and even how they're displayed, like it just looks so cool. It doesn't take up a whole bunch.
We have the tree one, but they have the wide one too. So you can go either way you want. And they have them all the way to like, I think 100 pounds. I mean, you could get as much as you wanted.
Yeah, I probably don't need 100 pounds.
Probably not yet. Not till you start working out with Brandon's guy. Then you'll be.
Then I'll get there. Okay, let's go.
Then you'll need them. Does Trinity like to work out with you?
Yeah, she does. She's more of like a cardio. Like that's the thing I struggle with. I hate running. Like I hate it. It is, but maybe I should do it because of that. And I understand that it's good for me. I just like hate, I don't know, like while I'm doing it the entire time, I'm like, I hate this so much. So I've been doing like the incline stuff, like the
treadmill.
Yeah, like a treadmill. Like I just go all the way at highest incline, and I just like, I've heard that helps burn.
That's so good for you. I love doing that.
And I don't mind it as much because I'll do like 20 minutes on it, listen to a podcast or whatever, music, and it's like 5 songs in, I'm good. Yeah. But yeah, Trinity, she'll go on she just likes the treadmill. Normally when we go to gym, she'll go do the cardio, and I'll normally do like a little, but then lift. So yeah.
Now, does she get on the boat with you? Is she like first mate status?
Yeah, she does, and she's she does like the anchor. Sometimes I'll be like, hey, you gotta get the anchor out and stuff. But yeah. I mean, I'm helping most of the time. She's just kind of like chilling in the shade, reading or something like that. So yeah,
fun.
It is fun. It's fun doing. And we just got fishing poles, like our own fishing poles a couple months ago. So like we're going in. We're like, we have this idea that we're gonna catch fish and like eat it, and yeah, it's gonna be sick. So yeah, we
call that the hook and cook.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's sick. Yeah, don't put it on ice, just boom, straight.
Yeah.
Just straight from the ocean. Yeah. So
100%.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's like they even sell little grills you can get on your boat. You could be eating it right there in the water.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm signed up with the Freedom Boat Club. You know what that is? Have you heard of that?
Mm-mm.
It's just like it's like a membership. So my dad had a boat for a little bit, but it's like a membership, and you like go on your phone, click the time you want to go on the boat, what boat you want, you just show up, and it's like ready for you to get on and go.
Like Turo for boats.
Yeah. But it's like it's like there's different clubs in Florida, and they have them all over. But yeah, they it's just like cleaning a boat. Like my dad, after we'd go out, it took him like 3-4 hours at least. So I was like, man, I want to go on the boat, but I don't want to clean it. Also not sponsored, but yeah, that's what we've been doing. So
that's fun.
Yeah, like pontoon boats. It's fun. It's definitely one of the things that I find like I love going out in the water, and we don't do like tubing and stuff, but honestly, just being out there, it's just so quiet and stuff. So it's like one thing that we definitely do.
Lake or ocean?
Ocean. Ocean. Yeah. So we live like on the Gulf, so it's like a 15-minute drive to the boat club, and we just it's a lot of fun.
Have you seen sharks out there?
Oh yeah, sharks and dolphins, and actually this morning, me and Trinity, we went to the water and we saw an alligator, which are not even supposed to be in the ocean.
In the ocean? Oh,
they're not supposed to be, and it's the second time. I took a video the first time, and we were like, oh my gosh. Like how? And then Trinity, I wasn't there, but Trinity sent me a picture of an alligator in the ocean again. And I don't think they're supposed to live in the ocean. I don't know how they survive, but yeah, we've seen alligators, and we see a lot of sharks more at like sunset time. Like we'll see them more then. And yeah, but they're small, you know, like one of my managers, like, I'm never getting in the ocean. Because we send them all the pictures and stuff, but we see more dolphins. Those are like the number one.
I went on a fishing charter out of, Seaside, which is what, a couple hours from you? Is that kind of
Seaside?
It's like 30A.
Okay, that's like probably, I know. Yeah, Seaside. Actually, we stay there on one of our vacations, but no, that's like 6-7 hours away.
Okay, so it's away from you. But we went on a fishing charter, and every time we'd catch something, the dolphins would come try and eat it off the hook because they're like, this is low hanging fruit. We're just going to get in on this. So I was excited when I saw the dolphins. I was like, oh my gosh, like, look, buddy, there's dolphins to my son. And the captain was like, filthy poachers. He was like, so I'm like, dude, who doesn't like dolphins? But then by the end of the day, low key, I was pretty mad. I'm like, dude, you guys quit eating my fish.
Yeah. You're done. Yeah, you'll be done with dolphins real quick.
Wow.
Yeah.
But then I caught a bull shark, 6 feet
sick.
long, 2 hours to pull in.
What?
And that was as hard of a workout as I've ever done.
Dude, that's so sick. The only shark I've caught is like, you know.
Okay, little guy.
Little sharks, little baby sharks. Yeah. And, you know, but you still feel like,
yeah,
a shark, you know.
Dude,
I mean, it's a shark.
Something in the heart of a man that just wants to catch a shark. You know?
Defeat like the beast of the water.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you just mentioned it earlier, but as people are listening to this episode, it's in October, but in August, you are releasing this new record, Mount Zion?
Yes, sir. Yep. It's
So
my
got to talk about it. I mean, by the time people are listening, it's out, but
yeah. Well, if you're listening, I hope you liked it or you listened to it. But yeah, I just it's kind of crazy. Like the first album I released, it was like on DistroKid. I don't know if you know it, have heard of it, but it's like literally like you go online, you pay $30 a year, and you just upload the MP3 file, and then boom. Like
it's like CD Baby, self-publishing kind of thing.
Yeah, self-pub. So I did the whole album like that. So this is like my first album. After that, you know, and I don't know, it's just crazy to hear it, like, I don't know, like to be like, man, I have a second album. You know what I mean? But I really started like writing this album. I was reading in the Bible about like the Israelites walking through the wilderness, and like the story of them going to Mount Sinai, and like when they got to Mount Sinai, like God's presence was there, but it was like they were too scared to like that they were gonna like die, like they couldn't like go anywhere near God's presence because of their own sin, or they held themselves away from God's presence, and there was just like this barrier because God's so holy and people are so not, that like there was this barrier. And then it, you know, Mount Zion kind of represents heaven, or like, you know, it represents a lot in the Bible.
Church too.
Like,
in Hebrews 12, it's a picture of the church. You have come to the Mount Zion, the church of the truth. Yeah.
Yeah. So like but for me in this album, I guess it was kind of like, you know, a place of God's presence. And so it's just like in that, I was thinking, okay, what are things in my life that keep me from God's presence?
Wow.
You know? And so I really wrote like one of the songs that really connected with people is called Dusty Bibles. And it was about, you know, just being literally just being on your phone too much. And it's just funny that that's like the song that really took off out of all of them. Cause I feel like though, out of all of them, that's the most real problem that at least I know I struggle with, is just going on my phone so much. And so it's like, I have a song called Slow Down Please on it. I wrote actually in Idaho when we were on that vacation. I was reading the book, A Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. And I never in my life did I think hurry was bad, or like that feeling. Like I always thought like that was good. You're like, you know, if you're busy, it literally was like, if you're busy, then you're good. Like,
yeah.
Or people would be like, how you doing? Oh, I'm busy. So like, that's a good thing. But it's like, but like realizing that like being busy is not like what we're called to be. And so like, I was based off the story of Mary and Martha, and you know, I really related to Martha a lot, like just feeling like I had to clean up not only myself, but like made everything in my life perfect And sometimes I even do it out of good intention of like, I want to be pleasing to God. I want my life to be everything that God wants it to be. But then in that process, I lose the reason of why I'm doing it. So yeah, a lot of the album is just kind of like, just things that like, it through every season of my life, like things I find that keep me from God's presence and like just work, like ultimately getting to this place where you can come to God regardless of anything and lay it at the altar. And so, I'm really excited. I was really excited to release because it feels like it just kind of all came together. And then the imagery of it all, just loving national parks, like that's truly something that me and Trinity love and that I love. And so it's just cool being able to tie that in with like the imagery of it and being able to travel there and shoot a music video there. I was just excited.
Yeah, our team was just showing us
That's
the art. Go back to
amazing.
the cover. I want to see that again. So this is I love the font. I love the way the Z. We'll put
That
it on the
is
screen for those who are
so
watching.
cool.
Yeah, so that's one of the benefits of. So I signed like with a label, and they have like a team of people that they're very talented. So they made like the actual like logo for it. My first album, like I legit like, you know what is it called? I don't know. It's like an app where churches make like their graphics.
I know what you're talking about.
It starts with a C.
Yeah.
Canva.
Yeah, Canva.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
all of my album
It's
art was
Photoshop Lite. Yeah.
Yes. All of my album was made on Canva.
I love
and then
that.
my album cover art was my little brother on our first tour took a picture of me running on a street and put the prodigal over it. So
sick. But
so
that's
like
so cool, Josiah. I mean, look at like
Yeah.
Steve Jobs and Bill Gates both started their companies in a garage, right?
Yeah.
Like I think
yeah, absolutely.
you now, with all the apologies in the world to John Mark Comer, I think there does need to be a little bit of like get after it and like hustle. And I don't think it's either or.
Yeah.
I think the parable is sit like Mary so you can serve like Martha. And I think there's
So
also
good.
the parable of, hey, if you've been given 1 talent, don't hide it in the ground. Bring a return. 3, bring a return. 5, bring a return. Like I do think God is honored by hard work and Sabbath.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So I mean, I think like the fact that you had a DistroKid record and you figured out your art and you were, just going for it with the tools you had, not going, well, if someone gives me a record deal, I'll make something good,
yeah.
that you fought through that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I totally agree. I think I was like, I never have, like, I just dreamed so much of being a musician. It's all I wanted to be. And my family were very supportive, but they were also like, man, if you want to do this, we support you, but you have to get a degree. So like, I was doing it when I was getting my finance degree, and I finished my finance degree while I was making that album and stuff. So it's like, I feel like God, I had that feeling of like, okay, and this is how I feel about every song I release. Like God, I really truly believe God put these things in my like heart to write about. And if I truly believe that, then I really should be giving everything I got into like releasing a song. So like putting, trying to make videos and trying to like, just make it serve it well. So yeah, it's weird because it's like a balance. It's like, I think it's like, I'm trying to find a balance of being like, okay, I've done everything that I know I possibly can, but then at the same time, like not trying to, but getting rid of the worry about things that I can't change or work on. You know what I'm saying? So that was honestly the biggest thing is like, okay, I've done this, and this, and but then I want to force something else to happen. I want to, like I'm afraid, okay, like, there's the fear like, oh, this album did so good. The Prodigal did this and went #1, all this stuff. And it's like, all right, now I'm going to release another album, being fearful of the things that you can't fix. But at the same time, like, not doing that, but also just putting everything you can into something. And I truly believe, like, I believe in what every song. My goal with making music is I told myself I never want to release a song that I don't believe in, like 100%. Because then it's like when I go and sing it live, like, I don't know, like I'm sure you guys probably like imagine like writing a book or like preaching a sermon of something that you truly just don't believe. Like, I just think that like if I went and played a concert and I sang a song and I just like really didn't like, even not even the fact that it wouldn't be true, like it is true, it could be truth. But if I don't like fully like 100% believe it and feel it, then it's like, then like I only want to release. So that's like my albums are only like I think my last one was like 11 or 12 songs. This one's only 12 songs. It's like, it's not that much. It's like the bare minimum amount of songs you need for an album. But it's like, I know that every song that I put on the album, like I truly lived with, took me like weeks or months to write. And like, I just believe in it. You know what I mean? And so I'm definitely like, I'm just like grateful that I get the opportunity like to make albums and stuff. It's just so sick. Like I'm definitely in that season right now where me and Trent are like, wow, like we get to, and we do it together. We travel, you know, even in those moments where we're talking about like moving, but then having to go on summer worship nights, like, oh, like, you know, I can never be like, poor me. I have to go to summer worship nights. You know what I mean? Like we were playing in front of 30,000 people. Like I never thought this would ever, you know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, we're just so blessed that we get to do it and do it together. So
I love everything you just said.
Totally.
I love the not phoning it in, not filler, retaining that scrappy spirit, but also like staying thankful and wide-eyed with wonder, not getting jaded. I like that you haven't defanged your stuff too. Like you didn't say yesterday's gone. You're like, yesterday's dead. Like I just feel like that's not normal. You know, even when I thought, I was like, oh, is it? I'm like, yes, I guess it is. Like, but I like that there's a forcefulness to that. You're I mean, there's not one songwriter in 100 that's going to be like, I'm Barabbas. Like, but like to me, that's you're a church kid. You're not jaded on church. You love it. You know, it's messy and broken, imperfect and all that. But like it comes through that you love the word. You're writing, you know, I don't know. And I find and you're finding a fresh expression and a fresh kind of tone, like the kind of pop country, but worship. Like that's not a world that's really been formed. And I think you're blazing a whole new trail.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, like I really appreciate that. It means a lot. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just like, I always thought, like my mom always told me growing up, like so much. She was like, you're never going to be the best singer. You're never going to be the best guitar player, and you're never going to be the best piano player. But that doesn't matter. And I always remember that. Like even when I'm going to play shows and I hear amazing. I mean, Brandon and Phil, they put on like the craziest show. I'm sure you've seen it. It's like they have the light wristbands. I mean, they got like banger after banger.
They're like Taylor Swift out here, bro. What are we talking about?
Except they're also shredded.
Yeah.
And so
Taylor, I wouldn't want to fight Taylor Swift.
I don't know either. How tall is she? Can we look that up? How tall is Taylor Swift?
But if she can do 3 hours a night, like night after night after night, that girl's got superpowers.
Yo, my bad. Yeah.
5'10".
Taylor Swift is 5'10".
Okay.
She would tower above you.
Yeah, she would 3 inches. Okay, never mind. I don't want to fight her either, bro.
What a thought! Like in a weird fantasy fight between Josiah Queen and Taylor Swift.
Look up. Yeah. Can we look that up? What that would look like?
AI, create it for me.
But I will say, Josiah, it's so sweet, like hearing your heart and hearing like even your desire to find the balance. And I think that what's so important is just for us to remember that it's a tension. Like it's never going to perfectly balance out. It's going to be doing everything we can do and then letting God do what only He can do. And the way that a tension keeps a bridge up, it's like that's our life in Christ is. And I love even what I hear from you and what I sense from you is that you are innocent as a dove and wise as a serpent. And that's what Jesus calls us to. And I think that there's a mess to it and there's a tension, but it's beautiful. And I love hearing that you and your wife do ministry together. And I think that's such a key thing of having that unity and intentionality. And you guys are so young also, where your foundation is so strong. And so it's only a matter of what God brings your way, and it's just beautiful to see. So it's just encouraging.
Man, thank you.
So grateful.
Thank you. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. Like you guys encouraging me. I mean, it means a ton. And yeah, I mean, me and Tren, like I think at the end of it, we always dreamed. Like I remember we did long distance for like 4 years before we got married. And
so she was in Iowa, you were in Florida?
Yeah, wow. She was in Iowa, and like we did. She actually didn't move until after we got married. So we got married, then we moved all of our stuff the weekend.
Okay, wait, you're 22, is that right?
Yes. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
22.
you've been married
She's 21.
and you've been married 2 years?
Almost
I think it's
3.
been 3. It's
And
been
you were
3
dating
years.
for 4 years before that? What did you start dating at 11?
No. Okay, well, I'm trying to okay, I'm 22. So we got married. Maybe it's 2 years now. I'm terrible. I can't remember how many years I got married.
Time is weird.
it is
It
weird.
messes with
okay,
you.
so I think, I got married 2 years ago. You're right. So 2 years, I was 20. And then I met her when I was 16 and she was 15. So yeah.
How did you guys meet?
My church did a ministry where we went to other churches, and a lot of churches, like, believe it or not, they don't like pray and they don't evangelize, a lot of them. And so we would just kind of go, and I would teach. I would like do like a prayer room. I would like play worship music, and we'd all pray with their church, and then also we'd go out the next day and we would teach. Like, we would all gather, like, as many people as coming from the church, and we would just be like, hey, this is how you tell someone about Jesus, like, and like start a conversation with them, like you actually care about them, pray for them, and like encourage them and invite, and then like kind of walk people through how to like receive Jesus or like get to that point. And so Trinity's parents are pastors in Iowa, and they had us out, and I met her. Yeah, and she had a boyfriend, so I kind of like, we
That's
had
a
to wait
problem.
until
We got to work through that.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're like, but and so yeah, she but after, during COVID and stuff, we ended up DMing after that boyfriend was gone, and waited for that. But yeah, we
See you later, Joker.
Yeah, bye. No,
I love that so much.
Yesterday is dead.
You guys were high school sweethearts.
Yeah,
I love that.
We were. So yeah, and we just are. But we always FaceTimed, and she was like, she actually is working on her first book, and she dreamed of that, and dreamed of speaking, and she loves telling people about Jesus. She did like a thing last year and even this year, but she's documented on social media last, where she told someone about Jesus every day.
I saw that
the whole
every
year.
day.
So
beautiful.
So she's writing her book on that right now. Like,
the
working on a book.
statistics say that the average Christian has never led someone to faith in Christ ever. Like, the majority of Christians have never done the one thing that Jesus was like, until I come back, here's what I'd love for you to work on.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that that's important to you guys.
And it's like
beautiful.
it's on her. And it's like, it makes life so much more interesting when, like, she was just telling me, we were just in California on the last day of some worship nights, and I went and played in Wisconsin, and she stayed back with my family and flew out that night. But while she was there, there was like a lady in a bathroom, and she was like, Trinity like knew this lady was like doing like shooting up drugs in the bathroom. So Trinity waited till she came out, and then like she prayed for her, and the lady decided to give her life to Jesus, gave her a number. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I mean, like, this Trinity, like it's funny because I get a lot of the attention a lot of times just because I'm like on stage and I'm singing, but like, I feel like what she does is just way cooler than what I, seeing her. And it challenges me to do the same, everywhere we go. And I think in what she's doing, like, the cool thing is seeing is like, it's like you get stories like that, but then also you get stories of her like stumbling on her words and getting rejected, or like people just like being like, don't talk to me,
Totally.
and that's just as good as what she, so it is cool. Like, I mean, just being able to do it. And she actually, on our tours, she'll normally, right before Am Barabbas, on our last one, she came up and she like did like a 10-minute like talk about the story of Barabbas, gave a salvation message. And normally how we do it on our tour is we're like, if you want to give your life to Jesus, like, would you just stand with both hands in the air, like in front of all these people? And it's just crazy seeing, some nights would only, I mean, I say only, but some nights it's a couple, and sometimes it's like dozens. And it's just so cool that,
wow.
And Brandon and Phil honestly do the same thing. So, yeah, it's just like, we get to do it together, and that's kind of was the goal. And so we were like, when we were dating, we're like, how's this gonna work? Like, we don't have a plan, but then God kind of just like worked it out now that we literally travel every city. I mean, most of the time she's with me. And so it's just cool that we get to, and it's honestly encouraging seeing Phil and Brandon. Like, I'm sure this, they bring their family out. Like, I mean, Brandon had his family out for like 2 weeks, all of his kids. And I saw Phil had his kids and his wife out. So it's just encouraging, because you hear, like, with music, you're like, it's almost, it can be kind of lonely in the fact that you're out, but it's like, they were like, they've encouraged me, and they were like, you can bring your family and you can do this. It doesn't have to be this or that. So,
Totally.
it's just, that was cool to see.
That's incredible.
So
and it's so
good.
unique.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of a situation quite like that, like with your wife stepping up in your set.
That's so cool.
Next time we do one of these, we'll have to have her on too. We'd love to get to know her and hear her heart.
Absolutely.
Yes, we would love
Yes,
that.
absolutely. I pretty much talk about her. I found myself, I was talking a lot about her. So that'd be awesome. She can explain herself. I don't have to talk for her. So
That's so
yeah,
sweet.
absolutely.
Well, when you guys come and go to Glacier,
When we go to Glacier,
we will hang.
you won't get driven off a cliff by a buffalo.
Okay. And we'll do the ice. We'll do ice bath.
Cold
Do the ice.
plunge,
We'll hike up the
sauna.
hill. All the things. Have some good food. What else do you guys like to do? Like on a date night, you guys cook? You guys like to go out to restaurants?
Yes, we have a sushi place in Dunedin, Florida. That is I think it's the best sushi place in the world. So we like to go there a lot. But a lot of times we'll get in and we'll eat it in the car.
Sushi in the car? That's hectic. Where you have the
It
wasabi
is,
balancing
it
on your
is.
knee?
Yeah, well, my truck, the thing flips down, it turns into a little mini. It's more of just kind of go back. We're kind of we don't want to wait for a person to bring the sushi. We're so hungry now. Normally get to that point, so we call ahead. On the way there, it's ready. We grab it and we just feast.
Just
Brilliant.
hungry.
That's the way to do it.
So doing that, it's she's starting to cook. I'm really bad at cooking. That's not my forte. But now that we're home we just went grocery shopping. And yeah, she can cook, man. She cooks fish tacos. Are my favorite when she cooks fish tacos.
Absolutely. Now you just need to catch the fish for them.
I know. And instead of going to Publix.
Okay, so Mount Zion, I see some great features on us too. You got Hastings. That's incredible. What song is he on that with you?
Actually, I'm dropping a song at the time of recording. I'm dropping it tonight.
Okay, so it's out now then.
It's out. Yeah, it's called I'll Fly Away. It's based kind of on the hymn. I loved hymns growing up, and I sat and we wrote this song together. So I'm actually really excited. It's it's just it's kind of like the song I'll Fly Away, but it's just, you'd have to listen to it. But it's kind of just about the, heaven. And it's always I always want to be careful when writing songs about heaven, not it being I want to be in heaven right now. I don't this world's terrible. I want to be in heaven, but also more of it's more of I have friends and we all have family in heaven. And right now it's this, the idea that really impacted me was we have family and we all have friends in heaven right now. And they're singing praise to God. Right now, when we're singing, we're joining them in heaven.
Yeah.
We're just singing holy, holy is the Lord. And so song's really kind of that. And the idea that this place isn't, I find myself writing that being the main thing. And the prodigal was mostly that this place is not our home. So why do we spend so much time chasing after things that just waste our time? Or why do we do, that's so it's kind of on that. It's just man, this place is, we're only here for a moment. One day we're going to go to heaven and we're going to join all of our family and friends and sing to the Lord. And, that's kind of what the song about. So
Love that.
And then I have a guy named Gable Price on there, which his music is fire. I don't know if you heard it. He makes Gable Price and Friends is his band. It's he makes Christian alternative indie rock. But
sick.
Yeah, back in the day, actually, we wrote this song back before I had a career in music. My parents he did these songwriting sessions. It was $300 to write for 3 hours over. And so they paid
for him to write with you?
Yeah. And I was that's all I ever want to do. He's my favorite guy, musician. And so they got it for my birthday. And I wrote this song with him when they paid for that back in the day. And so then we finally recorded it. And it's on this album.
I see you got Lake on too as well.
Brandon Lake. Yeah, that was sick. Can't See My Joy. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite.
It's a great song, bro.
Oh, you heard it? Thank you.
Yes.
I was so hyped about it. We actually, so I met him. I saw you preach at CMB in Orlando. I don't know if you remember that.
Last year, yeah. We did. I came out in between their set. Yeah.
Yep. So I was there.
Oh.
And I watched you preach, and then I watched their performance. That was the first time me watching you preach or them perform. And met him there, and he was like, "Man, he kept calling me joy." He's like, "You're a joy bomb. I can tell you're a joy bomb." That's what he kept saying. I'm like, oh, "Okay, shoot." I've never been called that in my entire life. Actually, I've never heard that in my entire life. But he kept calling me, "Yeah, what is a joy bomb?" That's probably a good thing, right?
Isn't that Torrin Wells' book, Joy Bomb?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he did. I saw that, and it's just funny that like
You're
I've
like,
never
this
heard
is
that
my
word,
story.
but all of a sudden,
I'm the joy
but all
bomb.
of, yeah, that's me. Why'd you write a book about me? That's weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, Torrin, come on. No, but yeah, he was like, I want to write a song about joy, so we wrote it over text message, and it was like I was like sending him voice memos back and forth, and then he was like, I just remember this one. It was like him with his hand on a tractor wheel. And it was like, love this, bro. And I don't know why he sent the picture of like on a tractor. I'm like, that's almost Brandon, like with tats,
It's
all
entirely,
the tats on a track. I'm like, yeah,
entirely Brandon Lee.
I was like, man, that's tough. Like that's pretty sick. So yeah, we wrote that song over text, and I went and recorded it with him in South Carolina, and
I love that.
it's sick. So yeah, it was fun.
Well, the whole record, I can't wait to listen to it. I love the art, I love the cover. I can't wait to watch the
Thank
music
you.
video or whatever it is you shot in Zion.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's tricky to film in a national park too. There's like lots of rules on that.
Yeah, we had to get like a permit, something like that. So I think the label took care of that. Also, another thing, a good thing about being, because if I was independent, I definitely would have probably gone there and recorded it
on your iPhone with no permit. Yeah,
with no permit and just gotten
totally.
Yeah, so
it's forgiveness versus permission. That's nice to have the backing of the mafia.
Yeah, just making sure I'm not getting arrested. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I know what you have tours planned? What's going on this fall?
Yeah. By the time this podcast is out, I will be. We have announced the Mount Zion tour, and we're going to be. We're doing like 30 some dates in the spring. So yeah, we're playing. We're playing in what's the main city in Montana? Everybody travels to.
Billings, Missoula.
I think it's Missoula. We're playing.
Heck yeah, in the spring.
Yeah, in the spring.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
so I'm excited. That was one of my favorites. Yeah, that's where I don't know, probably. So you guys might need to come out and stay with me. So
100% will come down.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Or if there's if it works out with like an off day around it, we get you up here.
Oh, that would be so sick. Yeah. All of us go to Glacier. I love taking my band there too whenever we get a chance.
Yes.
Spring's tough for Glacier because the road's not open. There's this really famous road. It's like one of the top drives in the country called Going to the Sun Road, but it doesn't open till first week of July, last week of June, somewhere around there.
Really?
So the time to come to Glacier is July, August, September. But there's stuff to do. I mean, if you're here early spring, we could still ski. I don't know if you snowboard or ski.
How is the first week of October there? Is that
fire 10x awesome. It's great.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's where we were like, that was the one week we were like, okay, we might, or like in October, I was like, I don't know, hope it's not too cold if we go do that, you know?
It just depends. It can be amazing if you have like an Indian summer, you know, you have this really nice fall. September's gorgeous, you know, but yeah, let me know when you want to come. We can figure out what stuff to do.
I mean, even if it snows, I guess we could figure out how to snowboard, or I don't know how that all works.
I don't know how to do. He's a Florida kid. I could figure out. We could figure out. We got Brooke Lidgertwood up on her first time skiing, and it was very comical. So we'll figure it out. There's something fun to do all year long.
Yes, it's true.
Okay, that's so sick. Yeah.
Well, we're big fans of yours, Josiah. It was really sweet getting to talk to you. You remind me of Josiah from the Bible. He's a young lover of Jesus, lover of God, wanted to use his gifts, and so we're firmly in your corner, cheering you on. I love it's Gen Z, leading Gen Z with influence, and the way you've conducted yourself. We can't wait to meet Trinity. We're excited on the second record and the Mount Zion tour. We'll be there. We'll be there for sure at some point along the way, and can't wait to get you to Montana.
Yeah. Oh man, I would love to. That'd be so sick to hang. So I appreciate you guys. It was a really good time.
Have you been told you look like young John Mayer? Has anyone said that?
No, I don't think so. Hey, can we pull up a picture? I really like that.
Let's see young John Mayer. I feel like when he has like kind of the pompadour, you know, your hair's not right now, but I've seen pictures of you where your hair's kind of slicked back.
I mean, did it? Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like with some pomade in it.
You look kinder.
Look up younger. Okay.
We're looking at some photos here. Okay,
maybe
that one's the most.
Which one?
Jennie just said you look kinder.
Well, yeah.
I feel like the one where he's in the newspaper.
You have a brightness in your eyes.
Thank you.
There's similarities. Yeah, obviously that's like the most emo, young dark photo.
Yeah, he's like trying. I think that's part of his thing. He's like trying to be like, you know,
a little stormy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. So like he changed his haircut a lot.
Oh, he's always evolving.
Dang.
Okay. I don't think I could rock the long hair.
Big place in Montana. He wrote, his whole record was Paradise or something like that, right? Didn't he do the Paradise record, which is all shot out in Paradise, Montana?
I don't know. But
I have no idea.
Paradise Valley. He's got a big ranch outside of Bozeman, I think. That record. Look at this guy. Look at that jacket.
Wow.
That's what's in your future, bro. Just buckle up.
Swag. Oh,
That's the jacket. That's the
coat
jacket.
of many colors. That's coat of many colors.
Seriously.
That is. It's Tombstone, Doc Holliday coat of many colors, though.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
All right, Josiah, we'll keep praying for that coat of many colors favor on you with the jacket. But until then, thanks for coming on.
Thank you,
All right, thank you all.
Josiah. God
Yeah, so
bless
it's nice to meet you. I see you.
Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to swing by LeviLusko.com and JennieLusko.com to see what's going on in our world.
And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. And in the meantime, we would love to connect with you on social media.
Jennie and Levi Lusko out.
Access more